It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. And on tap tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. And for Golden State, they've got the benefit of starting out the season right at home in an atmosphere that's getting ready to explode to celebrate opening night. They are going to be amped to go after win number one. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year and winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning this season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
And just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans.
Harrison Barnes. Andrew Bogut. Draymond Green. Klay Thompson. Stephen Curry. Turn it up for the NBA champions.
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. We'll see the New Orleans Pelicans facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Holiday against Thompson. Holiday, the pass to Asik. He kicks to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Outside Holiday. The shot is off. The Warriors go the other way with it.
And we all know Jrue Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Evans and Davis the forward tandem. And it's Asik in at the 5 down low. And it's Davis missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he very well be one of the best guards in the league. only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Thompson dishes to Bogut. It's stolen by Davis. Evans outside. Gordon with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And Holiday kicks to Asik. Holiday goes in. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And the shot is good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Gordon kicks to Holiday. Davis inside, guarded by Green. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively. And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
And it's Gordon missing. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Evans passes to Asik. Outside Gordon. Kicks it to Evans. Takes it off the glass. Evans has got his first basket of the night.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Ajinça with the bucket.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Warriors leading by 4. Pass to Green. They set the pick. From outside, off the mark.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Cole's shot is good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here is Livingston. The pass to Spates. It's tipped. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Ajinça, it's good. This game is all even. Ajinça's got his second basket of the night.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose?
Of confusion right there. I can't imagine why.
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds.
A lot of face-up, like to do the one dribble pull-up. You like to do the one dribble, fade back off one leg. I haven't got there yet, but catching the ball at the elbow, catching the ball at the nail.
Well, I'll tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
Livingston is out there with Ian Clark. Then there's Maurice Spates. Then there's Festus Ezeli. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And Cole kicks to Pondexter. Offline with his three. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back. Late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down, actually, last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 30% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
Down low, here's Cunningham. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And some changes here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Thompson in for Ian Clark. And then for New Orleans, Tyreek Evans is checked in for Cunningham. Gordon comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Holiday in for Norris Cole.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, impressive physically, 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gift, watch out, watch out.
Gordon against Curry. He was all alone on that one.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. And a footnote to Ezeli, one of his college administrators raved about his intelligence. He cited Ezeli's broad perspective on world trade, globalization, and I tell you what, if Ezeli keeps improving, he'll soon be a serious benefactor of the economics of American sports. And looking at Jrue Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. On the topic of Holiday, there's one stat that proves that he hasn't been going to the basket. He is averaging, Clark, less than 2 free throw attempts a game.
Yeah, his direct competitors are getting to the line. Guys like Lillard and Steph Curry shoot more than double the free throw. That's one reason why through last season they'd won a lot more games than Holiday.
Draymond Green, who's checked in for Brandon Rush. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Ashik's checked in. Here's Curry with the 3. Ashik pulls it in. Pelicans trail by 3. Holiday with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Feeds it to Holiday. Gordon against Thompson. 5 to shoot. Here's Evans. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Warriors. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. The Roracle, or Oracle Arena, was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them 1 off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Warriors girls. Give it up for Oracle Arena, your Warriors girls.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 8 here in the quarter.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
1:58 left in the second quarter. Holiday against Thompson. And Holiday kicks to Asik. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Asik? Tremendous rebounder. A space eater in the paint, so long.
That's a great way to describe him, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Spates with a screen on Holiday. And again, Stephen Curry. Curry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
You know, going back to Asik, I mean, he's not just a big, immobile guy. I mean, he's got really good flexibility, and that's helped him develop some post moves at the offensive end. He's no longer Mr. Dunk or nothing.
And going back to Amir Asik's toughness, you can see it in his face. I mean, he's not going to smile at you. He's not going to show you any expression at all. Just a cold-blooded monster on the floor.
Thompson inside the line. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday dishes to Evans. Gordon, the basket good off the assist from Evans. 6 points for Eric Gordon.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
During the course of this first half, you know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. Livingston kicks to Barbosa. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Last year the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs. Let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
Here's Cole. Here's Anderson.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Good on both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Ezeli. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
And so we conclude the first half. Warriors lead by 11. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He ended up with 22 points and 1 assist. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far? Kenny, let's get your opinion on New Orleans.
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire hose because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
So for New Orleans right now, Davis and Asik in the middle, Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3, and it's Holiday in at the point guard.
And really, I thought Anthony Davis a season ago just took the league by storm. I mean, jaw-dropping numbers. I think you could argue if the Pelicans' record had been a little better, he probably would have won the league MVP. And really, nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And you look at the development of Anthony Davis last season, far and away the best player, efficiency rating-wise, in Clark, the NBA.
Yeah, that's called PER, player efficiency rating, one of the 4 best marks in NBA history for Davis, alongside Chamberlain, Jordan, and LeBron James.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
But they get it back. They get the rebound. No good from Bogut.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Here's Davis. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career, so he had since he was a rookie.
It's Curry with the drive. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, back to Tyreke Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds, really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnovers.
And both free throws good for Curry.
And talking about Tyreke Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career. That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
To the right side. Spades the pass to Green. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Shot clock at 6. Curry dishes to Thompson. From deep three-point range, good on the shot. Thompson's got 8.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Gordon kicks to Holiday. Back to Gordon. Davis sets a screen. Shot off the pick. A second chance effort.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
This is his first free throw of the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Here's Davis, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Ian Clark's checked in for Golden State. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Davis. Right at the free throw line. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Ajinça's got 6.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And good on the basket. Book it. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact. Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Cole. Anderson kicks to Ajinça. From deep three-point range. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Warriors ahead, up by 4. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Pelicans trail by 4. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Harrison Barnes is out there with Iguodala. And it's Bogut in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Evans passes to Asik. Here's Davis. And he banks in the layup. Davis has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pelicans.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Shot's good. 27 points for Steph Curry.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
There's the pick. In the corner, it's Gordon. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. 10 points for Eric Gordon.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Tries it from 19. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Holiday.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Now here's Curry. Thompson outside. Back to Curry. It's up a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Pelicans trail by 6. Holiday with it. Picked up by Thompson. Bogut against Asik. And that's Evans penetrating. Soft touch off the glass.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
The Pelicans have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Holiday against the bucket.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Holiday against Curry. 3-pointer. That's good. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
And Davis throws it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Green, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
Draymond Green.